Hello and welcome to PlayStation Grenade. Apex Legends is a great take on Battle Royale, but it's so new we're all still learning everything about the game. I've been stalking the developers on Twitter and those streaming masters over on Twitch and have compiled 100 pro tips. There's loads I've probably missed here, so if you have a tip, write it below. I'll give it a heart to get you noticed. Anyway, you ready? Let's do this. When dropping from the ship, keep one eye on your velocity meter. When gliding with a horizontal torso, you will gradually lose speed. Be sure to dive down regularly to regain that momentum to reach your target quicker. If you're a passive player and you prefer to drop further away from other teams, use this method of diving to get there quicker. Dive to gain momentum, level out, dive to gain momentum, level out. Always keep an eye on that glider speed. When a new game begins, look at the small print on the map. The blue circle is a hot drop area, meaning there's going to be a few teams here trying to take this point. It has the highest chances of top tier loot on the entire map, including a fully kitted weapon to make your squad gods. If you're aggressive but don't fancy the unknowing hot drop area, try use the drop ship, which moves around from the start of the game. Landing here usually rewards you with quality weapons, but it's more than likely you'll not be the only ones here. It's important to stay with your group in Apex Legends. When following your drop master, try to break away at the last moment to stay close, but not so close that you're taking weapons away from each other. So we're on the ground now, and from our experience, bullets can be hard to come by in early game. This is where communication is vital. Bring up your inventory and use the freaking awesome ping system to tell your teammates what you need. On console, that's the R1 button. Whilst in your inventory, look at the bullet icon next to the weapon you have. It's a godsend. Ping this to let your buddies know what you need. If your team wants to win, they'll split ammo to help you out. You can ping anything inside this inventory screen. If you need help finding an extended mag, ping the slot. On the flip side of that, ping things you don't pick up.
Helmet here.
Helmets, armor, backpacks, high-level attachments.
Body shield here. Level 2.
If you're playing with randoms without a mic, you're going to need all the help you can get. This system is that help. Carrying on from this, always have in the back of your mind the weapon you are trying to find. Maybe you love the wingman, maybe you prefer the hemlock. Try to be proactive and find the ammo for that weapon and a few attachments for the moment you finally stumble across your bay. Then you're instantly ready for battle. Oh, and a quick reminder, if you see the Apex crate bot in the world, smash it for additional loot. Damage numbers are colour-coded to armour quality. White indicates a standard common shield, meaning that guy has a maximum health of 150. The blue number indicates a rare shield, meaning they could have 175 health in total, and the purple indicates potentially 200 hit points. If you see yellow numbers, you've hit them in the head. And finally, if the numbers are red, red indicates that they have no shield, so they only have a maximum of 100 health. Oh, and if you hear that smashing sound, that's their shield giving up. This should be your team's moment to rush in and finish the fight. A general piece of advice from many pro players is to switch the damage numbers in settings to floating, as it will show your damage after each hit rather than accumulative in total. If you've played Fortnite, this will feel more like home. Remember to put your weapons away out of battle. You'll move much faster. Hold triangle on PS4 to do that. And is it just me? Is Gibraltar running slower than everyone else? Well, we tested it. He's not. All the characters run at the same speed. The difference is the slower hand animation playing mind tricks on us. Similarly, Wraith is not moving any faster, even with that ridiculous anime run enabled. You can gain a small speed boost by first running, then going into a slide, and then jumping out of that animation. It's only a small amount, but it makes a huge difference on long jogs through the storm. Not only is this slightly quicker, it also makes you harder to hit. Predicting somebody bobbing and weaving is very difficult, just ask a boxer. So don't give your enemy an easy shot, even when stuck in the open. Still talking about traversal, when going down hills, be sure to slide for yet another speed boost. Coincidentally, you can use medical items while sliding. Bloody useful, yet again. We all know that high ground can be a game changer in fights, with Pathfinder's grappling hook a great way to quickly get above foes. Did you know that you can use doors to double vault to high ground? An open door can be hurdled upon, so even my thick boy Gibraltar can take the high ground. If you find a group holed up in a building, use grenades to blow the door open Rainbow Six Siege style. Throw a second one in and watch them abandon that building. In general, don't dismiss your nades. Always take a few. They can be thrown crazy far. If you have the high ground, throw them down on other teams. There's a short fuse time, it's a few seconds, so it should perfectly coincide when you throw it off a cliff. Going back to doors for a second, it's possible to block them with your body. Huzzah! On the other hand, you can break through these with melee. If you do this, the rule is straight. You must shout out this Arnold Schwarzenegger quote.
Knock, knock.
When looting corpses, pay attention to the strike icon. This little blighter helps you quickly realise you do not require this item. Breeze past it so you can loot quicker. I play with a chap called Zach who steals loot from everyone's kills, so we all must learn to loot faster. And also, #ZakSucks. When switching guns, the game will automatically move across any attachment to a new weapon. Of course, this will only work if they fit. Oh, remember the ping system? It works when looting too. Ping things inside these stashes for your teammates. We all need to be better teammates. If you're killed in battle, don't leave. Your carcass has a chip which can be picked up by your teammates. Taking this chip to a respawn beacon will get you back in the fight. The problem is, you'll be completely naked. You'll have nothing. No armor, no weapon. It also doesn't matter who picked up your tag, anyone in your squad can call the respawn. By the way, a great teammate will drop a gun for their friend, or maybe tag one nearby. On the flip side of that, if you hear a respawn station used, get over there. You know you're only facing 2 fully equipped enemies at the most, because usually the third is easy pickings. And in case you didn't know, enemy caskets are colour coded. Gold means you may find a top tier weapon here, but more likely it's just an attachment. Then you're already aware. Next is purple, then blue, and then good old grey. When escaping the storm or rotating to a new position, look at the skyline. Spotting a redeploy balloon early can save you a great deal of time. When using it, don't jump off too early. Your character can only use their redeploy glider if they get all the way to the top. Another great way to use these redeploy points is to take advantage of going out of bounds. When out of bounds, you've got 30 seconds to get back in the fight. That's bloody ages. Run across the mountaintops to flank enemies. Make sure you beat the clock though, or you'll forever be sat on top of that mountain. Oh, and if you are knocked, do you know that you can open and close doors to frustrate enemies and protect a friend while they are being rezzed? When knocked, you are still able to ping enemy locations, so be sure to do so, especially if you aren't in chat. Saying that, always call out when an opponent is rezzing. This second can give you an easy victory and stop a 2-on-1 in the latter stages. You can also use your knocked body to block off enemies and make eye lines difficult. If you have a shield when down, you can downright piss them off before you die. So I guess what I'm saying is use down teammates as cover. Cannon fodder. There's a small chance you'll find gold items in the game. The weapons like the Mastiff shotgun and the Caber sniper are easily the best in the game, but the other golden items, although very rare, have a secret benefit, a passive skill. Let's look at them. The digital threat scope attachment will highlight enemies in red. The golden knockout shield will grant you the ability to self-revive when knocked. This completely befuddles the enemy when you rise from the ashes, like a phoenix. The golden backpack allows you to use health and shield consumables in half the time it would take anyone else. The golden armor will reward those execution kills, those cinematic kills with full shield, instant 100 shield. Of course it can be risky though finishing someone as you're open to bullets the whole time. And finally, the helmet, which will make your active abilities regen faster, allowing for more ultimates in a game. Oh, and the best place to find gold tier items is via airdrops. Speaking of helmets, helmets don't award shields, instead they reduce headshot damage. A white helm will reduce headshot damage by 30%, blue 40%, and purple and gold will half all damage to your brain box, 50% less. And the key point to know here, helmets cannot break, they don't need to be restored. Once you're wearing it, it's permanent. Lots of people are transitioning from Fortnite to Apex or trying to play both at the same time, so let's quickly go through a few things you should be aware of. We're still waiting for this to be confirmed by the developers, but it appears bigger characters have bigger hitboxes in Apex Legends. Test it for yourself though. Compare shooting Thick Boy Gibraltar against the little tiny emo Wraith. I know which one I find easier to hit. Apex Legends uses projectile damage, which means the bullet has to physically travel over to the enemy, unlike the majority of weapons in Fortnite, which are hit scan, meaning if your reticle is over the target, the instant that you shoot, it's already reached the target. To be better at Apex, you'll need to slightly adjust your aim, slightly in front, slightly above. You'll get it as you go along. Aim assist is almost non-existent in Apex Legends. Many controller players are struggling here at first because of the help we received in Fortnite. Aim assist is definitely still here, but I'll let you learn how to abuse it. In many games, gun recoil is randomized to make weapons rightly feel out of control when firing. Well, in Apex, all weapons have a consistent recoil pattern. Learn the way your favorite weapon fires, and you'll be able to counter it, controlling the recoil. Apex uses scaled damage. We all know how headshots are the quickest way to down an opponent, but did you know that shooting someone in the foot does less damage than their torso? So if you're like me and can't hit headshots, make sure you at least hit the chest. Lifeline has a great ultimate. She calls in supply drops. This can actually be great for other teams to ambush. All in-game supply drops are shown on the map, so if you see one coming in, check your map and you'll instantly know if it's yours to loot or yours to ambush. Oh, here's a cool one about scaling a wall. If you release the jump just before the end of the animation, it allows you to hold on to the top of the wall and check your surroundings before committing to climbing up. Let's move on to certain character tips. Did you know the void rifts that Wraith leaves behind can be travelled through even when you're downed? Pretty cool. When playing as Gibraltar, use your bubble shield to dictate battle. Standing inside at the edge, hop in, hop out to take a few shots. And keep in mind that he has a passive shield which doubles for extra cover. Coincidentally, if you played Halo, an old strat can be used against the shield. Run in, drop a nade, run out again. This will force the opposition to leave the bubble or face the consequences. Mirage's decoy ability can be used whilst gliding. Use it to trick the opposition on where you're landing. When playing as Bloodhound, your tracking skills are increased when using a long-range sniper. Earlier we talked about blocking doors with your body. Did you know that Caustic can block doors with his canisters? Blocking them in to take full damage. This is the reason why we have melee to smash doors. A few general tips to end. If you have PS Plus, check out the freebies in the store. Regularly, skins and cosmetics will be added. Like this sexy bastard. I know this is said too much, but in Battle Royale games, take as many gunfights as you can to improve. The revive system is so substantial that even a noob like me can benefit from fights. I don't mean going alone, it's a squad game for a reason. And you know what? I've just broken my final tip. Play however the heck you want. Don't let anyone say you're doing it wrong. But for the love of God, please play as a team, as that's how it's intended to be played. I'm Adam from PlayStation Grenade. It's been a pleasure. If you want to talk to me, come and grab me on Twitter. I'm always around. And remember to put a comment below if you have a tip you want to share with other people. Right, I'm going. I'll see you next time, or if not, I'll see you on the battlefield. I'm the fat lad who dies first all the time. See you next time.